Hi everyone, my name is Maddie, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this video which is my February and March TBR chosen by Dart Attack. So for anyone that is new here, Dart Attack is my TBR game. I used to play monthly, we are now playing every 2 months, starting with picking my TBR for February and March of 2022. Very simple concept. I throw a dart at this board, there will be prompts in each of these spaces. Depending where the dart lands, tells me what prompt I'm going to get. Very simple concept. I will link the playlist down below if you want to check out previous videos. I'll link the first one where I explain all the rules, but that is the overview. The other thing is there is a little tally list down here of all of the colours. When I hit any colour 3 times, and these outer sections count as 2, the inner count as 3, when I hit any colour 3 times, I do have to add a throw to that round. Because this is the first Dart Attack video of 2022, the tally has all been reset to 0, so there are unlikely to be any extra throws today, but that doesn't mean it can't happen. So I've explained already this year that I'm doing less iterations of Dart Attack. There'll be one every 2 months instead of one every month, just due to the nature of being exceedingly busy and not being able to read as much and wanting to be able to mood read and flex it, especially as I had a really bad reading slump last year. So I want to make sure that doesn't happen again by giving myself lots of breathing room. So my plan for these videos is I'm going to be doing 6 throws in Dart Attack today, get myself 6 prompts, potentially more depending on how life goes. Most of these will likely apply to a type of book I need to read. Some of them are a bit broader, like have a cozy reading night or read for 24 hours, whatever it may be. But most of them will mean I have to pick a book. However, I will not be picking a set book in this video. This is not going to be a 6-book TBR that I will guarantee you've read in 2 months' time. My reading taste at the moment can switch on a dime, is that the phrase? I don't know, it can switch really fast. Like I had a book at the beginning of January that I was like dying to read, it was gonna be my next read. It is currently the 22nd of January and I have a sneaking suspicion I won't even get to that book this year anymore. My reading taste at the moment is so variable, so I'm not gonna risk picking 6 exact books. So what this is going to be is Dart Attack and the Piles of Possibility. So each time I get a prompt, I will talk through potential books I might read to fulfill that. It could be like 2 or 3 options, it could be loads, it could be, I have no idea yet, I'll figure it out some point during the 2 months. And then in my vlogs, I will try to keep you updated as to like, this book is going to fill this prompt. And obviously in the next Dart Attack in 2 months' time, I will update you on which prompts I filled and which books I read for them. So basically I have 2 months to fill these 6 prompts, however and whenever I want. If I want to do them all in the week before the next Dart Attack, great. If I want to do them all in the first week, fantastic. Want to spread them out? That would be the most sensible option and is most likely what I will do. So it's all a bit of fun. I'll talk through lots of books I'm interested in at the moment, and then in a couple months we'll see what I actually ended up reading. The one thing that's worth mentioning is a readathon I am planning to take part in. I think there's only one in the next 2 months that I currently know of that I'm planning to take part in, and that is Pollathon, hosted by Jade at JD Raid Reads. I kind of already have my books picked out for this because I have found a book that fits all of the prompts apart from one, and that one I can just fill with a romance. So I am choosing the Arctic Animals path, which is hosted by Pris, team led by Pris, and the prompts are cozy vibes, which I'm going to have to fill with a romance, probably one of these 2, I don't know yet. I can read anything cozy, but I'm guessing it'll probably be a romance because they're quick to get through, and Pollathon is only a week. And then the other 4 prompts are snowy cover, animal friend, Arctic setting, and a polar fantasy. And amazingly, this book does fit all 4. This is Robber Girl by S.T. Gibson. I'm suddenly realising I'm not sure I'm allowed to do 4 prompts with 1 book, but I'm going to. I know last year there was a limit if you had to read 3 books. I'm not going to read 3 books in a week, so instead I will read this. I do also have Frostheart 2 and 3, which if I have time I will try and get to those. But Robber Girl by S.T. Gibson is what I'm aiming for. I don't know much about this. I know it's set in Sweden. There's definitely snow on the cover and it mentions in the blurb that this crow is like an animal companion. So I'm pretty confident this is going to fit all the prompts. So I will almost certainly be reading this in the first full week of February from I think the 7th to the 13th, and then probably one of these romances. I'm tempted by Chloe Brown just because the covers look cute together, but we'll see. So that's the one kind of set book. I have about 10 other books I would love to get to soon, but I also plan to get to half of these in January and then read totally different things. So who the hell knows, but I am going to put 10 prompts on this board, restock it. I took them all off, we're starting fresh for the new year. and then we'll get into the throws. I have removed some prompts from the stack. I don't think very many. It's more than anything ones that were like, buy a book, which obviously I'm doing book buying ban bingo this year if you want to check that out. So I don't want to get a prompt to buy a book because that's a bit of a pain. It's normally a really fun one, but it kind of gets in the way of the other game I'm playing. And I've also taken out a few random ones that just were like genres I'm not interested in anymore, so I don't want them to come up. And also I've taken out any referencing buddy reads because I cannot buddy read at the moment. I would love to. I was meant to be doing 3 buddy reads in January. I have not picked up any of those books yet. I can't do them at the moment. I'm too busy, my reading taste is too variable. It's not happening. So we've got still a pretty chunky stack of options. And as ever, any suggestions, please leave them down in the comments. I will have a video coming out very soon of all of the prompts I'm using for Dart Attack and for book buying ban bingo. So all suggestions welcome because I always want more prompts. But let's put 10 up on this board so we can get on with the first of 6 throws. So as ever, I'm going to shuffle. I will of course not look at them. I will not know what we've got coming up. Oh my God, because as we all know, I can't aim. But just in case I suddenly gain the ability to aim, you know, I don't want to be able to. So this is the first one. I'm gonna show you all 10 and then put them on. I'll go from pink all the way around, so that's where they'll be. So prompt number 2 is going to be this one. Prompt 3, we are going for this one. Number 4, we'll go with this one. Number 5, oh gosh, we are going with that one. Number 6 is, oh my gosh, this stack is precarious. This one. Number 7 is going to be this one. Number 8 is somewhere in the middle. That one. Number 9, we are getting there now, is that one. And finally, number 10 is going to be this one. Hopefully that's a decent variety of prompts. I have no way of knowing, but let's put them on the board and do throw number 1. Okay, throw number 1 of 2022 to pick out the first prompt, which I'm gonna have to fulfill sometime in March and February. February and March, lordy me. Let's see what it's going to be. Red. Red is graphic novel. So Dart Attack has started the year being extremely kind to me and giving me graphic novel, which is running away from me, graphic novel. I have 2 options here. There are definitely more. I have things like the Paper Girls series I want to start. I have Lumberjanes, I have Fence. So there are other options, but these are the 2 most likely. The first being Squire, which is like a fantasy graphic novel. I don't know much about it, but I was sent this by Harper 360 as an ARC and it comes out in February. It probably won't be this one simply because I'm almost certain I will read this before February, and I'm certain of that because I'm planning to read it this afternoon. So it probably won't be this one, but it is an option if I don't get to it today. And the more likely option is Are You Listening by Tillie Walden. I have read On a Sunbeam by Tillie Walden and loved it. The art style of their graphic novels are just stunning. And in my recent All My Unread Books video, a lot of you have been recommending me to read this one. So this is the most likely option for the first prompt of graphic novel. That went very well. So replacing that prompt, we are going to go with this one. And let's do throw number 2. Throw number 2, there is still no rhyme or reason for any attempt at aiming I might make because the tally is still basically 0. So let's just see. Ooh, that might be an inner bullseye. Okay. I just realised I said that's the inner bullseye, it's the outer bullseye, but I know what I mean, you know what I mean, it's fine. And I realise I haven't described or explained what I'm doing for this year. Very simply, the inner bullseye counts as a throw. I don't have to pick any prompt, I can just completely mood read, which I feel like should be a benefit, but at the moment I actually kind of want prompts, but that's what it is. And then outer bullseye is I can read any book, but I have to choose it right now and I have to stick to it. Which again, doesn't actually feel like a reward, but that's what I said I was gonna do, so that's what we're doing. So I'm going to hedge my bets a bit because it's a bit scary having to like fully choose a book and stick to it. So I'm gonna go with a short one. We're gonna go with the Murderbot Diaries first book, All Systems Red by Martha Wells. I have read this before. However, I read it in March of last year, I think, if not February, to be honest. I think it was March. and I loved it and I want to continue the series, but with it being so short, it's definitely due a reread before I continue with the series. So, Murderbot. That's what we're gonna do for the Outer Bullseye. Ooh, scary, I have a set TBR for one book. That's terrifying to me at the moment. Okay, obviously I don't have to replace any prompts for that one, so we're just gonna move straight on into throw number 3. Did I just get Outer Bull again? I don't even have a tally for this. Okay, so I just got Outer Bull again. I want fun prompts. I don't want to have to pick certain books and put them on my TBR for no rhyme or reason. I want prompts. That's the whole point of this, and to be able to have options. But here we are, Outer Bull again. So I'm choosing another book which I have to read, and I realised I should have done this the first time. It didn't cross my mind, but Robber Girl by S.T. Gibson. I know I'm going to read this in the first week or first full week of February, so that's easy, and it's quite short. It's like 200 pages. So it's short, it's easy. I'm guaranteed going to read it. This is on my TBR. If I don't read either this or All Systems Red, I will fail Dart Attack. And I will just say with failing or passing or winning, whatever, there's no rewards, there's no punishments, not doing anything like that, so it's all just fun and games. I'm not stressed about it, you don't need to stress about it, it's just fun. But I like a competition, I like to win things, so why not make it slightly competitive with myself? Let's do throw number 4, I suppose. Not me now hoping that I hit triples so I get more prompts because I want more. This is not going at all to plan, but let's carry on. Okay, throw number 4. Hopefully I actually get a prompt this time, but let's see. Green, let's see what it is. Dark green is, hey! +1! I mean, I did ask for more throws. There we go, +1. Up to 7 throws, I guess. I'm actually excited about that though. More prompts. Okay, I'm gonna get my prompts, get a new one, and we'll carry on. Okay, so replacing the prompt on dark green, we are going to go with this one. So throw number 4, kind of, take 2, but out of 7 now, so that's fun. Let's see what prompt I get. Light orange. Light orange is randomize. Okay, so there's not a list of books for this one either. This is randomize. The way I used to do this is I'd pick 10 books now, do a random number generator for 1 to 10, and then read whichever those books came up. I am gonna do that, but I'm gonna do it whenever I want throughout the 2 months, so I can really be like, don't know what I wanna read next. Any of these 10 seem appealing, random number generate and do it then. Because if I do it now, again, that puts me at significant risk by, end of March of no longer wanting to read that one book. So the stack of 10 will be chosen. I will make sure, if at all possible, to put this in a vlog. I may even do like a specific vlog of this one. But yes, can't pick options now because it's very much going to be which 10 books am I in the mood for at the time, and then pick a random one. I prefer the option, I think, of pick 10 books whenever I fancy it and do it then. I love doing challenges like that, like as time goes on, which is why I'm doing this, is just fulfill the 6 prompts whenever throughout the 2 months. Because I will regularly be like, I don't know what I want to read right now. Let's randomize 10 books. I love doing it. It's so much fun, but I don't want to do it now. And then in 2 months' time, I want to read it. So that's the plan. I will make sure I try and vlog it, or at the very least put it on my Instagram stories or something. So keep an eye out, and I will let you know, if not now, in the next Dart Attack, which book I read for it. And replacing the prompt on light orange, we are going to go with Big Shuffle. This one. Okay, on to throw number 5. Let's see. Light green. Light green is series. Okay, so this next one was series. Loads of options for this. First, continuing the Murderbot series after I've read All Systems Red. Very easy, you can read any of those. Next, Court of Wings and Ruin. I could, finish this damn series, maybe, and then I could read The Court of Silver Flames, which I actually want to read, so maybe I'll finally get to this, but who knows? I'm kind of considering never reading it, but I want to read Silver Flames, so I have to read this. We'll see. We have Jade War. I need to continue this series. I was meant to start reading this the beginning of this week. I have not touched it, and I probably won't for a while, but I could read this one. Hopefully I'll read this one. And then I also could start a new series, kind of. So starting kind of a new series, Over the Woodward Wall by Deborah A. Barker. This is Deborah A. Baker. Deborah Baker. This is connected to Middle Game by Shauna Maguire, which I've read, and Seasonal Fears by her in that kind of same series is coming out later this year. So I want to read the novellas that go with it, which are Over the Woodward Wall, Along the Saltways Sea, and there's a third one coming out this year, which I can't remember the title of, but I could read Over the Woodward Wall. I could also start a brand new series and do Wolfsong by TJ Klune, which I was meant to buddy read with someone else 2 weeks ago and I haven't. So lots and lots and lots of options for series. Any of these would work, along with, I'm sure, many, many others, but hopefully, maybe one of these. And replacing the prompt on light green, we are going with this one. Prompt replaced, tally updated. Let's do throw number 6. Okay, throw number 6. Let's see what the prompt is going to be. Light orange again, apparently. And light orange this time is one word title. Okay, so this next prompt is one word title, and when that came up, I was kind of like, oh no, this is going to be impossible. I'm going to have like 2 options and be really limited. I have so many more options than I thought I would. I've got 15 out. There were a few more, but I got bored of grabbing them all because there were so many more than I expected. Some of these I definitely won't read, but I'll run through them all quickly, starting with the ones I'm less likely to read and then ending with the ones which are actually ones I'm probably going to read, or one of which I'll probably read. So the 6 I'm least likely to read, actually this one is questionable for a one-word title anyway, is Medusa. It has a subtitle, but the title's Medusa by Jessie Burton. Just rearrange the camera slightly. Gear Breakers I want to read, not right now. Sister Song, same story. It's going to be the same story for all of them. Eleanor by Jason Gurley. Absinthe by Brendan P. Bellacore, and Raybearer by Jordan Ifueko. All 6 books I really want to read. None of them are really tickling my fancy right now. We then have 2 options which I probably won't read, but they do both work for Polathon, so if I wanted to do extra books for Polathon, I could read both of these, which are Wranglestone by Darren Charlton and Alatsoy by Darcy Littlebadger. Both good options for Polathon, so you never know, may end up picking them up. We then have 3 romances. We have Sweet Hand by N.G. Peltier, we have Roomies by Christina Lauren, and we have Rhapsodic by Laura Thalassa. I'm really keen to read some dark fantasy at the moment, so this is a very strong contender. We then have Binti by Nedia Okorafor, not one that was high on my list to read at the moment, but it's tiny, so always a good option if I'm struggling. And then 3 books, all of which are start to series, but all ones that I was planning to read really soon anyway, and that is Wolfsong, again, by TJ Klune, Skyward by Brandon Sanderson, and Graceling by Kristen Cashaw. Cashaw? Don't know. But those are the pile of possibilities for one word title. We're truly getting into the intention of this video now with the piles of options. But yeah, I could happily read pretty much any of those, to be honest. So very happy with that prompt. And replacing the prompt on light orange again, I just dropped one. But we'll go with this one. Okay, on to quite likely the final throw, unless I hit light orange again, or we get some weird random card, but let's see what it's going to be. Dark blue. Dark blue is 2 times. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so this will be the last throw because what I'm about to throw won't count color-wise, but just to explain, 2 times. So what this means is I will throw again, and whatever prompt I get, I have to fulfill twice over to fully complete it. So let's replace the prompt on dark blue and see what prompt I'm gonna have to fulfill twice, and hope it's not a bad one like something like Big Book, because I might be a bit screwed. Okay, replacing the prompt on dark blue with, this one. Okay, here we go. What prompt am I going to have to fulfill with 2 books? Do it twice over. It is going to be yellow. Yellow is Cozy Reading Night. Okay, I don't know whether to count this. The one that came up as 2 times is Cozy Reading Night, which actually just means I need to do this twice, but there's no book for it. I want to almost like control what book I'm going to have to read during these nights, but that's how it came up. We'll see how things are going. If I feel like I've not had enough prompts, and this is a thing in general, I should have mentioned earlier, if I, finish all my prompts by the end of February and I want more, I'll just do another dart attack and put it up, and you can just get bonus rounds, it's fine. And similarly for this, if I decide I want some guidance for what to read on my Cozy Reading Night, I'll play dart attack to figure it out. Like, I can do this whenever I fancy, but yeah, I guess In February and March, I'm doing 2 cozy reading nights. Well, that's a fun note to end on. Well, there we go. The prompts I have to fulfill, almost like a mini readathon over the next few months, are graphic novel, randomize, series, 1-word title, and 2 cozy reading nights. And then I have to read both All Systems Red and Robber Girl by S.T. Gibbons and Martha Wells. That doesn't sound too bad to me. That sounds like a pretty good setup for the next couple of months. As I said, if I want more prompts, I'll play again and film it, and you know, we can all have extra dart attack because it's good fun. But that is my plan for the next 2 months. I hope you all like the new format. Let me know if you have any thoughts about how I can do this better. The one thing I'll very quickly do before I end this video is run through just a few other books which are ones that haven't come up for any of the prompts, but are ones I would probably quite like to try and get to in the next few months. Like ever, I most likely won't, but just let you know what books are interesting me at the moment. So only 4 others. We have A Marvellous Light by Freya Marske, which is like an Edwardian magical red, white, and royal blue. I don't know, it's gay, it's magical, it sounds fun. So that's definitely up there. We have A Lesson in Vengeance by Victoria Lee, different Victoria. This is like a dark academia witchy kind of vibe, but again, sapphic, one I've been looking forward to for forever. We have Out of Love by Hazel Hayes. This is, I think, got really good buy rep in it from what I've heard, and it's like a romance told backwards. So it starts with the breakup and then goes all the way back to like these people first getting together, which I love that kind of format. For anyone that doesn't know, my favourite film is The Last 5 Years, which has a not dissimilar kind of timeline to it, and so I'm very excited to see that. And then finally, The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. This is an arc I've got, and it's coming out in March in the UK in like traditional publishing. It's been self-pubbed for a while. So really intrigued to kind of jump on the hype for this one because everyone's been loving it recently and I'm intrigued. So hopefully within the next 2 months, I'll read some, if not all of the books I've mentioned in this video. There will be many I haven't. I am sure throughout the year, a lot of these books will appear on a lot of these videos, but I like the more flexible format. If you keep an eye on my vlogs as well as my wrap-ups, which I'm planning to do every month to 2 months, depending on how much I'm reading, you will see what I am reading, and obviously I will update you in the next dart attack with which prompts I fulfilled with which book. You can also keep an eye on my book buying ban bingo videos for what books I'm reading, as I'll be talking through there what books fulfilled which prompt for that. So there will be some crossover, and for example, one of my prompts for book buying ban bingo is to complete a dart attack TBR, or like complete all the prompts within the right window. So that's the new format. I'm having fun with it. Hopefully you are too. But that is it for this edition of Dart Attack. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, comment what you're planning to read, what are your piles of possibilities for the next few months. If you would like to connect on any other platform, all of my social media are linked down in the description, so please do go and add me. But that is it for this video, so bye, and I'll see you in the next one.